Hey everyone, what's up? It's Sarah and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I wanted to talk about the mysterious, we don't know, cancellation of Adults Adopting Adults. It was originally billed as a 10-episode series airing on Mondays on A&E. All of a sudden, last Monday, not only is the show not airing new episodes, or the network rather, is not airing new episodes, but it has been completely scrubbed from any viewing platform. You cannot buy it on Apple iTunes. You cannot watch it on Hulu, which I was told you could watch it there before. It's not on Philo. It has been completely scrubbed. Adults Adopting Adults premiered January 31st on A&E. And like I said, we only got 3 episodes. This is a brand new series following the journeys of various adult adoptions. What's really strange is there was no mention of any reason why, no official statement of any reason why the show was pulled. And really, you can't find very much other than, and I will shout them out in the description of this video, the subreddit for Adults Adopting Adults. They're really sleuthing over there and finding out information. There has been no official statement from A&E. It just, poof, was gone, and it left a lot of people. I mean, the only thing we can do is to speculate as to why this show would just mysteriously be gone. Right off the bat, this show had viewers talking, but I don't think it was the way that the production company intended for the show to be talked about. Viewers, I mean, for the only 3 episodes that we saw, viewers were incredibly uncomfortable. I was incredibly uncomfortable. And that, we didn't really see much of the other storylines except for Christy and Danny. I listened back in February, the beginning of February. Kate Casey, who does the podcast Reality Life with Kate Casey, she had the executive producer Danny Passman on, and he was interviewed, and he talked about the fact that this show took over a year to cast because they didn't want to cast, I guess for lack of a better word, like the run-of-the-mill adult adoption stories, which a lot of us probably would have watched that because a lot of us are just not familiar with adult adoption in the first place. So there really is no run-of-the-mill for us. But, step parents officially adopting their stepkids, that wasn't going to make for like salacious TV. So it really took a while to find the perfect cast, and this was the cast that they came up with. He also talked about in that interview how they actually had originally gone to, I think his name is Prince von Anholt, as kind of to kind of focus group with him about the show, because he knows that he and Zsa Zsa Gabor had engaged in adult adoptions in the past. Well, he had decided he actually wanted to be on the show. Well, we only saw 1 episode of him. So that was, you can go back and listen to that interview. I'll actually link it down in the description. But more or less what you take away from the interview is that this was a thought out casting process. They really took their time. And that also leads us to some questions about how on earth did this creep, Danny Huff, not executive producer Danny, but Danny Huff, cast member Danny, how on earth was he chosen for this show? Danny and Christy Huff they're the ones featured in all the signage and advertising for the show. Danny's in the tie-dye shirt. They're holding the sign, "Welcome to our family." Danny and Christy, they were wanting to adopt a 20-year-old, Ileana, who is from Austria and at the time of filming was pregnant. This storyline quickly made viewers extremely uncomfortable. Danny's behavior, the things he said, it was like very obvious that a father-daughter relationship was not what this man was after. The storyline was so bizarre, and it brought up a lot of concerns for viewers Namely, people likened this to, could this possibly be human trafficking? In my opinion, it does fit much of the criteria of the definition of human trafficking. Danny is a serial cheater. They talk about this in the first episode. He habitually cheats on his wife. They have gone down the road of adult adoption in the past, and that fell through because he ended up developing feelings for an 18-year-old girl they were trying to adopt. Cut to Christy, who in every scene they show of her is either crying or on the verge of tears. And I'm not talking Robin Brown tears. I'm talking like actual crying emotion. She is upset. I don't think she wants to do this show. This is just, she is seeing, I have seen people comment that it just seems like Danny has sucked the life force from her, and I just feel like that's probably a pretty accurate description. We were all just so confused and scratching our heads as to why a network would cancel a show mid-season. I mean, it's not unheard of. It has happened in the past for scripted TV, but I haven't really heard it happen for reality TV. So this was just a big head scratcher, and not only canceling the show, but to completely try to say oops, that never happened, but completely erasing everything. That also like took it to another level of, what is going on here? The only time I can recall a reality TV show being filmed and not airing is back in the early 2000s when they filmed the third season of I Love Money. And that never aired because the winner, Ryan Jenkins, murdered his ex-wife. It was like, you can go back and Google it. It was a tragic, devastating story. And because he was the winner of the show, how were they really supposed to put that show together and air it? So they just never aired that season. That is the only time I can recall that I've heard of a filmed TV show, reality TV show, just simply not airing. So it left viewers wondering, could something have happened that the show either legally or, they just decided A&E decided they didn't want to be associated with this show anymore. It just led to so much speculation because, again, A&E, no official statement. And in this day and age, we have seen shows, networks edit out problematic cast members. That happened this season on 90 Day Fiancé with cast member Alina. We've seen that happen on a previous season of Below Deck where there was a problematic deckhand. So they have been known, networks have been known to go in, try to scramble things together, get the problematic person out, and still air the show. So why just pull this show entirely? Well, we have some comments. We have a comment here from Danny, the problematic cast member in question, and this is what he had to say. He said on a Facebook fan page, "Hey everyone, I want to give everyone an update. A&E didn't cancel the show, they simply removed it from airing, and I've been told we will be on a streaming platform soon. Not sure which platform, and when they will tell me, I'll pass it along. I appreciate everyone who could watch the show in its time slot, but it just wasn't getting enough people viewing it at day and time. I know I'm very excited for everyone to see the last 7 episodes. Only speaking on my story, but the best is yet to come." All of these 2 screenshots that I'm showing you right now, by the way, are taken from the Adults Adopting Adults subreddit, so big shout out to them. Then this was also posted in the Adults Adopting Adults subreddit. My friend Tani, who is on the show with her sister Felicia, confirmed what Danny's post said. It was pulled from A&E, but they are looking to put it on a streaming platform. It was not canceled because of views, however. It was canceled because of Danny. So here we have some contradiction. This story, today is Thursday when I'm putting out this video. We had no new episode on Monday. I usually watch Tuesday mornings on the A&E app. So I'm not sure how they were pooling the judge of viewers and ratings, because I personally know a lot of people, the majority of people that I know that watch this show or watch shows in general, usually watch them on apps the next day. They don't necessarily watch when their original air date is. So I would be interesting to know how they rate, like rate the ratings. You guys know what I mean. Anyways, I sat on this story because I wanted to wait and see, is A&E going to say something? Or are we just going to endlessly speculate why this show is no longer on the air? Well, I actually received a message yesterday from that executive producer, Danny, and this is what he had to say. He messaged me on Instagram. He said, "Hey there, I am one of the producers of Adults Adopting Adults. The show has not been canceled. The show is not rating well on Monday nights, and the network is reassessing when and where it will air. I saw your Reddit post, and I just wanted to update you on what is actually happening. Best, Danny." I never posted on Reddit, so maybe this is a message he sent to multiple people, but I have been talking about it on my Instagram page and on my YouTube community tab, so maybe he saw one of those posts. I don't know. Anyways, so from an executive producer, I guess this is the best we're going to get. I mean, I wouldn't take this as an official statement, but I guess it's the best we're going to get as far as someone on the inside telling us what is going on. I also saw on a Casey, I think it was for her podcast, a Facebook group, where Danny, this executive producer, also mentioned that they're still editing and putting together the final episodes. So from the production company, or from a representative of the production company, apparently the show is not canceled, but it's interesting to me that it's completely gone from, like, you can't watch the first 3 episodes. Why not? Is that common? You guys let me know. If a show gets canceled, like a scripted series, does it get completely scrubbed like that? You can go back and watch canceled shows. So I'm just wondering why it would, like, you can't even buy it on iTunes, in the iTunes store. This is just so bizarre to me. A couple thoughts I've had is possibly it's not performing well because this show was picked up by the network A&E, not TLC or WeTV. A&E is known for like hoarders, intervention. Maybe this just isn't their target audience, although I watch those shows as well. So I'm not sure how much of a crossover there is between like an A&E audience and a TLC or WeTV audience. I'm not sure. So maybe that's why it's not performing well. In conclusion, we just have no official statement from A&E. It looks like the production company, from the various posts that we did get, it looks like they're shopping it to try to get it on a streaming platform, which would maybe be the reason why A&E completely scrubbed it, is because they're no longer going to be offering it. So who knows? I guess only time will tell if we see this show back on our screens. But the other thought I had is when they fired cast member Alina from 90 Day Fiancé, they said, oh, at the beginning of February, we're not going to see her anymore on our screens. And then we had like, these last 2 weeks have been just a clusterfuck of editing for 90 Day Fiancé. Different scenes are filming or being shown on the Discovery Plus app than what's airing on actual cable. Then last week we had like repeat scenes. So they have really struggled to actually edit her out. And my thought process is if they possibly, I'm just speculating, want to separate themselves from Danny and fire Danny. He was they easily, his storyline accounted for probably a third of airtime for each of the episodes. They were predominantly featured. Maybe they're really struggling to edit him out and they just decided to pull the show entirely until they can put it together without him. That's just a thought I had. I don't know. According to him, though, and his own Facebook post, they'll be back. So we'll see. Let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Reality Squad, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care. Have a good one. Much love.